Your take on this sort of rally? Have we reached sort of peak rate hike talk at this point, especially after Bullard sort of dropped the possibility of a 75 basis point hike?
Yeah, good morning, Melissa. I think we may have reached at least some interim Fed hawkishness. And I think it's really interesting that the markets have been fairly resilient. I mean, they're down 8% from the recent highs amidst this surge in interest rates. And the surge happened because it wasn't just the Fed that was becoming more and more hawkish, but it was also some of the other central banks, including the ECB. And the reason why I think we could see a little bit of a pause in rates here is because, as you say, a lot of max hawkishness from the Fed has been priced in, but also we don't have an ECB meeting on the calendar. We don't have a BOE meeting on the calendar. So we have a few weeks where maybe we're not going to have any sort of surprises from the central bank officials. So to the extent that rates pause here, I do think equities can continue this rebound that they started yesterday. And by the way, the earnings season so far has been coming in better than expected. 80% of the companies are beating, 63% are beating on earnings and revenue. So that should give the market some more resiliency, I think, in the coming weeks.
We are still early, very, very early in earnings season, as we all know. And Stephanie, you know, Netflix was a bomb. Some might say that this is a Netflix-specific story, but this could show how big tech and you know how the impact of one stock could have on the S&P 500 overall. What's your take on whether or not big cap tech will sort of take this lead of throwing in the kitchen sink? Because really, if you read through the shareholder letter and listened to Reed Hastings yesterday, it was sort of a kitchen sink quarter. They blamed everything: inflation, the conflict in Ukraine, et cetera, et cetera. It was a long, long laundry list.
It was a long laundry list, and it's the second quarter in a row now of a disappointing report. And I think that this is a total stay-at-home beneficiary. Now it's coming to roost, right? It's coming back to haunt them. And there's all kinds of competition. And so I think this actually is a message for any of the stay-at-home winners to be careful. You have to look at valuations, and many of the stay-at-home winners are not cheap. Many of them don't even have earnings. So I think there are winners and losers in technology, and I think you do want to focus on certain total addressable market stories like cybersecurity, AI, data center, 5G. There are places to play in technology in all of those themes, but you really do want to focus very much on valuations.